So what I'm about to show everybody today with this is assembling the auto level on a pair of legs or a tripod from here. With this, we want to make sure that whenever we open up this box and take out the auto level, we want to make sure that this box right here gets shut. One of the biggest things there, we want to make sure that whenever we are using it, no debris, no pollen, no dirt gets actually into the box, because this is where it's going to stay. With the auto level that I'm holding here, it has a base built into it, and this will go directly on top of this. This does not need a base because it's already assembled on here. So I'll go and put this back just for a second so I can show you how to assemble the legs. And this will go right back in there. Beautiful. So how I like to set up the legs to start for the leveling is that each one of these sets of legs, they extend out from lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, just like everything else. Once those are all loose, I like to bring them all up to chin level. Once they're at chin level, you can start to twist these and tie these back down. This is nice because once it's actually spread out, it's spread out enough that you can get a good balance in, and it's not going to be too short for when you're actually using the equipment. So you want to take it so that when you actually visualize the auto level on top of it, you want it so that you're not crouching too far, or make sure that it's not too high up. So right here is generally how I like to have it, right by the sternum, right at the bottom of the sternum. And from here, we can start, there's little steps here, and we start to stick these down. It's a little cold out here, so it's not gonna dig in as well, but each time you wanna make sure that it's stuck in there. This just ensures that if this gets nudged or anything like that, it doesn't really fall off balance and you don't lose the equipment that's on top of it. So from here, we're gonna assemble the auto level to go right on top of it, and this gets shut. Then when we drop on here, you can see that there's a little location for where the screw goes in. That's located right here. You want to make sure that that's level on top of it, and the same thing shown here, lefty loosey, righty tighty. As soon as it wants to go in, there we are. So now you want it so that it is nice and tight right on top right there, so that it's not going to move at all. From here, we can see that it is assembled on top, but we do not have it perfectly level. You can look at it from this perspective. You can see that it's tilted this direction. You have a little bubble set up on the top right here, and it helps you direct yourself which direction you need to go to make it perfectly level. We like to call it getting the bubble when you're actually working with this, because in the center there's a ring, and then once the bubble is in there, you know it's balanced. So from here, it's pretty much just taking each set of leg and balancing it out until you have it perfectly level. And from there, it's just keeping it nitpicky, ensuring that when you get close, it stays nice and level. This could take a couple tries if you're new to this, but once you actually get there, it actually starts getting pretty straightforward. And just going back and forth, ensuring that you have it nice and level. And then once you have it level in this area, you have these three knobs right here that are more for the fine tuning. And that's where you start to come in and take it closer and closer, and it makes it more and more accurate as you go through. And as you keep playing with the equipment, you can see where that bubble is going to move back and forth relative to how you're turning. And that helps you spin it. And once you get it right inside the bubble, you get your bubble, it is shown that it's perfectly level here. And from there, you can spin this freely. If you want to take your back sight to one location, you can put it there, and then a foresight will be nice and forward. And from there, once you're done taking those two calculations, you can disassemble this and move it to the next destination. So disassembling it is just doing exactly what you did backwards. So you remove this from the base, sets of legs, remove that, take this, put it right back where you found it, and lock that up. You never want to have the auto level on the sets of legs as you're carrying it, because you don't want to drop it. Now these just go back together. Twist these back down so that they all loosen at the same time. And then they all drop nice and freely. And then twist them back, and then you can carry on to your next destination.